this is Moby, and today we'll be taking a look at Astrophytum, the star of the cactus family. Now, Astrophytum is a genus of 5 or 6 species of cactus, depending on how you classify it, and they're a great plant for both beginners and for enthusiasts.
Originating from Mexico and parts of the United States, Astrophytum is a species of cacti that are commonly called the star cactus for obvious reasons, as most of the plants in the genus, excluding one, all look like stars when viewed from above. So this is Astrophytum asterias, Astrophytum capricorn, Astrophytum myriostigma, Astrophytum ornatum, and the fifth member, Astrophytum caput-medusae, looks a lot different from these 5. But as you can see from the top view of these cacti, they look like stars. One of the most unique features of Astrophytum is not their star shapes, but what they call little flocks, flecks, specks, or whatever you want to call it, trichomes, or these little white dots on the epidermis of the plant. So if we take a look here, you see these are covered with little white dots, and if you do touch the plant too much, they will come off. This used to get attacked by scales, so when I remove the scale, you can see the white dots also come off, but they will grow back with new growth. So even with the capricorns and the asterias, they will have the white dots, except for the nudum varieties, or the nude varieties such as this, which lack the characteristic white dots. In terms of care, the myriostigma and the ornatum are very easy to care for. Give it water around once a week and they will be happy. However, one thing that beginners need to understand is you should not touch your cacti as regularly, as most other cacti you own, such as Gymnocalcium or anything else like Echinopsis, they have spines and they don't have the little white specks on them or flecks. But with Astrophytum, if you touch them too much, again, they will come off. So you must learn to refrain from touching these plants. Even though this is spineless, do not touch it that often. Only touch it when it needed. So, for example, repotting. With the capricorns and the asterias, I recommend watering a bit less and giving them a bit more sun. So watering a bit less could be once every 10 days, once every 14 days. And give it some sun. And one good thing about asterias is that if they are stressed, they will change color. And I'll put a photo of when this plant was stressed. And after I put it in the shade and slowly moved it back out here, it recovered. And with the Astrophytum capricorn, caput-medusae, and asterias, the flowers are usually yellow with a red throat. However, with the myriostigma and with the ornatum, they have a flower that is pure yellow, although exceptions do exist. The flowering period for these plants is usually summer, and if I can zoom in here, this is the first time I've seen this cacti produce blooms. And Astrophytum usually again flowers during summer, provided they have good conditions. And during winter, I do not recommend exposing your cacti to frost, just like with most cactus. And if temperatures go down to around 5 or 3 degrees, keep them protected, but they can tolerate frost for very small periods of time if kept completely dry. But again, I do not recommend keep them at a temperature that low. With the capricorns, you have to be careful not to snap the spines accidentally. They are quite brittle, and if not handled properly, they will snap. One thing that I love about this genus is that hybrids can be easily acquired, and although the caput-medusae may not hybridize easily, the other 4 species in the genus do hybridize easily. Although this is an unnamed hybrid that I have, they do hybridize easily, and if you do get the chance of 2 Astrophytums flowering at the same time, you can try and cross-pollinate them, and most likely you will succeed, and the seedlings will be a hybrid. Soil, again, with Astrophytum, good draining soil, especially with the asterias and the capricorns. Sometimes they have a long taproot, and you need to make sure that the soil is extra well draining. You don't want water to sit in their root system for too long, as that will definitely cause it to rot. Sometimes you may see Astrophytum grafted, such as this, but I prefer to grow my Astrophytum on their own roots, as they seem to do just fine. If you remember at the start of the video, I said there are 5 or 6 species, depending on how you classify it, in this genus Astrophytum. The reason I said that is because of this little guy. Now this is Astrophytum coahuilense or Myriostigma coahuilense, depending on how you classify it. And if you can see, Although it looks a lot like the myriostigma, both the seed, the fruit, and the flowers are different, which is why there's a big debate on whether if it is a real species that is different from myriostigma or it's just a local variety. And on another note, these two, when cross-pollinated, are usually sterile.
Thank you for taking a quick look at the genus Astrophytum. This will be the start of another mini-series where I'll go through each individual species in the genus and the varieties or cultivars that are available in the market. So have a happy Halloween. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.